本当に終わる。
Number 20, Kimihito punches a rude couple. Monster Musume, everyday life with monster girls.
あと5分じゃなくてあと5度体温が上がるまで待って。
っていうかミア、なんで僕のベッドに？
With a monster waifu this cute, who wouldn't want to defend her honor? After the lovely Lamia, Mia moves in with him. Kimihito does everything to ensure she has a comfortable stay, including taking her out on a date. Unfortunately, complications arise after they cross paths with a pair of monster-hating humans who start to insult Mia.
んだ、ラブホにも来てるぜさっきのヘビ女。
マジキモいんですけど。
The fact that Mia can't retaliate or defend herself against them without getting into trouble makes their actions all the more deplorable. Thankfully, she has Kimihito by her side, and his patience with the rude couple quickly runs out. Going beyond human limits, Kimihito puts both bigots in their place with an impressive double knockout. Number 19, Camille punches the Titans. Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam.
Camille?
Those are titans.
With his arrogant personality and hot-blooded nature, it's no surprise that Camille often gets himself into troublesome situations, especially when someone breaks the taboo of making fun of his feminine-sounding name. I know the pain, Camille. When he crosses paths with the Titan officer Jared, the jerk purposefully makes fun of his name.
Thought I heard a girl's name. But that kid looks like a boy. But that kid looks like a boy. But that kid looks like a boy.
Which causes Camille to act rashly and defend his honor by punching Jared right in the kisser. While Jared more than deserves the punch to the face, Camille's actions cause him to suffer an even more brutal beating. Hope it was worth it, dude.
Apologize.
Number 18, Shinra wallops Hibana. Fire Force.
忘れたわけではないだろう。お前では私に指一本触れることはできない。
やってみなきゃわかんねえだろ。
Shinra may be a hero, but that won't stop him from putting the boots, or fists in this case, to anyone who dares to mess with his comrades. When Company 8's resident nun Iris gets taken hostage by rival unit Company 5, Shinra and the rest of his team declare all-out war. When he finally meets the company's leader, Hibana, he engages her in an intense standoff.
目を覚まさせるな！
After her traumatic past is revealed, Shinra powers through her powerful and debilitating pyrokinesis and frees her from her past with a powerful right hook to the face. In doing so, he not only incinerates her corrupted emotions, but ignites her passion as well.
空に向かって俺の名を叫べ！いつでも俺が助けてやる。
Number 17, Otto snaps Subaru out of it. ReZero starting life in another world.
どうしたらいいか教えてあげましょうか。
Even the best anime heroes need a punch to the face every now and then, especially protagonists like Subaru, after being forced to endure one hell after another during the Sanctuary's trials, as well as discovering the true depths of Echidna's sociopathic nature and Rosewall's madness. Subaru appears to reach his mental limits.
故に私の行動は変わらない。変わらず君を追い詰め覚悟を研ぎ君を完成させよう。
Trapped in an impossible situation without any chance of victory, he finds himself drowning in despair. Fortunately, Subaru is saved by the merchant Otto, who sets him straight by reminding him to trust his friends, with a good old punch to the face. Number 16, Honda punches the critic. Barakamon.
俺の字の何が悪い！
Number No one likes it when something they've worked hard on is suddenly ridiculed and dismissed so easily by some snob who thinks he knows better. Most of us would just grit our teeth and try to get over it. Not Seishu Honda.
お前は書道家の前に人間として欠けてる部分があるって。お前何笑ってんだよ。杖ついたじいさん殴ったんだ。同情の余地なしだな。
After his calligraphy is mocked by a well-respected critic, Honda lets his anger get the better of him and delivers one hell of a swing, knocking the old gentleman out cold. This action, while hilarious in its execution, serves as the tipping point for the series as Honda skips town due to the scandal, hoping to find himself along the way. Number 15, Shizuo punches a dollar, Durarara.
いざやくん
For a guy who does not like violence, Shizuo has a very short temper. During one of his attempts to destroy Izaya, Shizuo finds himself surrounded by a gang of dollars, who also have a bone to pick with the notorious info broker.
だてめえら
恐怖を前に人は冷静な判断力を失ってしまう
Rather than play it safe and back off, $1's overwhelming fear causes him to make the biggest mistake of his life, lashing out at Shizuo. In retaliation, Shizuo not only devastates the entire gang with his bare hands, but punches his initial attacker so hard that he literally knocks him out of his clothes. Just goes to show, don't ever mess with the strongest man in Ikebukuro.
何をされても文句はねえよな
Number 14, Gabby gets punched. Attack on Titan.
お前まさか乗り込む気じゃ
島の悪魔を皆殺しにする
お前が殺されるだけだバカ
You know a character is truly hated when they have memes dedicated to their brutal comeuppance. As a native Malian, the Eldian Shard soldier Gabi was raised into hating the people of Paradise Island to the point of extreme fanaticism. After Eren and the Survey Corps launch an assault on Mali, Gabi attempts to get revenge for her people, regardless of the overwhelming odds. This leads her to shoot and kill long-running character Sasha, causing many of her comrades to seek retribution by brutally beating Gabi. Even though she's only 12 years old, Gabi's actions have sparked intense rage, not only among the Survey Corps, but from the internet at large. Thankfully, this paved the way for an incredible redemption arc. Number 13, Itami and Kuribayashi beat Zorzal to a pulp. Gate.
富田、栗林、各自の判断で打ってよし。
了解
Who knew that beating an arrogant prince could have even more of an impact than an earthquake? While visiting Emperor Molt, the ruler of the empire, the JSDF's peaceful visit soon takes an ugly turn after they discover that Molt's son Zorzal has enslaved a Japanese citizen.
お願い許して
日本語ゾルゾル様
Furious at seeing Zorzal's cruel treatment of his fellow citizen, Lieutenant Itami lashes out with a brutal left hook to the face. However, it isn't until his subordinate Kuribayashi gets involved that Zorzal learns the true meaning of pain. She may be petite, but she's still a soldier. Number 12, Toma punches Agnes, a certain magical index.
They wouldn't have let you get away unless they were distracted, so you must be playing a deeper game here.
Actually, I've come up with a new strategy.
You will rarely find yourself cheering on a teenage boy as he knocks out a nun, but he's in the right. In order to save his friend from being killed, Toma fights his way past the militia of battle-hardy nuns, known as the Agnes forces, until eventually engaging with their leader, the fiery devout Agnes Sanctus. Even if she's armed with a weapon like the Lotus Wand, she's no match for Toma's ability to break apart all magic in his path, followed by a swift knuckle sandwich. Was that a sin? I think that was a sin. Number 11, Leon kills Prime Minister Honest. Akamega kill.
見つけた。あんたみたいな最低最悪のクズ。絶対に逃がさないよ。誰かいないのですか?
The assassin group Night Raid deal with some heavy stuff on a daily basis, but lucky for them, there's always Big Sister Leon to keep them all upbeat. That's what made this scene all the sadder. Prime Minister Honest, which he most certainly wasn't, was a heartless glutton who would do whatever it took to secure more power for himself. As the two come to blows, Honest empties a whole series of bullets into the assassin, but like the lion she is, Leon still finds the strength to pummel in his fat face.
バカの相手は疲れますね。
The end is a bittersweet one at that, as a terrified villain is finally silenced, but a noble warrior is lost in the process. Number 10, Hiei punches Tarokane. Yu Yu Hakusho.
No! Please!
He may be human, but Tarukane's cruel nature rivals that of any demon. After capturing the ice apparition Yukina, Tarukane locks her up for several years and forces her to produce valuable jewels from her tears. Despite Yukina's kind nature, he doesn't hesitate to torture her physically and mentally to satiate his own greed.
Humans getting killed because of you. Just like that last one.
Karma eventually catches up to him when Yusuke and his allies put a stop to his operations and force him into bankruptcy. Things only get worse for Tarukane after he gets cornered by Yukina's brother Hiei, who inflicts divine retribution on him, one brutal blow after another.
Listen here! That broad behind you makes jewels you wouldn't even believe! I could pump millions from her!
Number 9, Kamina punches Simon. Gurren Lagann. Sometimes brotherly love hurts. During a scuffle with the Beastmen, young Simon starts to lose his faith in his own abilities and buckles under the strain of conflict. Well, Kamina isn't having any of that. Ejecting from his own gunman, he lets his little buddy know exactly what he thinks of his morbid outlook with a loving punch to the face.
Oh, Simon, open the hatch! Let's see you grit those teeth!
Snapping him out of his bleak trance, Kamina offers some comforting words about belief and inner strength. To be honest, the threat of another punch from the manliest man in anime would be enough for us.
Let's combine. We'll use Gurren Lagann to finish up this last mission.
Got it, bro! I'm with you!
Number 8, Lancer punches Shinji. Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Despite fighting for the opposing team, Lancer is willing to risk his own life for those he admires. As the 5th Holy Grail War comes to a close, Lancer is forced to take his own life after refusing to take out Rin for the sake of his master Kyrie's twisted desires. However, it takes more than a cursed spear to the chest to eliminate this servant, who gladly takes Kyrie out of the competition. With both Lancer and Kyrie seemingly out of the picture, Shinji, who by this point has lost most of his marbles, attempts to get handsy with Rin. Fortunately, Lancer is still around to discipline him with an epic backhand, a true man until the very end. Number 7, Deku smashes Overhaul, My Hero Academia. Anyone who dares to harm a hair on Eri's head is in for a world of pain. As the battle against the villainous Yakuza comes to a close, Deku pulls all the stops to save the abused girl from the clutches of her tormentor Overhaul. Thanks to the power of Eri's quirk, he's able to unleash the full power of One for All, giving Overhaul the beating he rightfully deserves. In the end, Overhaul's monstrous form proves no match for our boy at 100% as he delivers the coup de grace with a final epic smash to Overhaul's beak. Number 6, Edward punches Sho Tucker, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I did it, boys. I finally did it. A chimera that understands human speech.
And the award for Worst Father goes to this guy. While revered among the state alchemists for his creation of a chimera capable of human speech, the life-sowing alchemist is a man who will do whatever it takes to ensure success. Case in point when he merged the bodies of his daughter and her pet dog to create a brand new chimera.
That person, Edward. That person, Edward. Big Brother Ed.
Not only is the scene heartbreaking, it leads to a vicious beatdown via some frantic automail punches on Edward's behalf. This rather harrowing encounter is made all the worse when a bloody and beaten Tucker informs him that the Elric brothers are just like him because of what happened to their mother. Give him another one, Ed.
No! Not me! Alchemist, don't do that!
Number 5, Leorio punches Jing, Hunter x Hunter.
あいつが自分から来てほしいとでも言ったのか?
You know a character has balls when they go out of their way to take a stand in an auditorium full of well-regarded hunters, just so they can tell a father to go and visit his son. Following Gon's hospitalization due to his battle with Neferpito, Leorio thinks that Jing should move his ass and check in on him.
質問に答えろよ。てか行け。ゴンのところに行ってやれよ。
おめえみてえな仲間があいつには何人かいると聞いている。それで十分だと言っている。
Jing doesn't seem to get the message, infuriating the hunter to no end, which leads him to bust out his power of emission. Even if you're regarded as a legend, Leorio won't hesitate to land a well-placed warping punch to anyone who neglects his friend so easily. Number 4, Shion pummels Clayman. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
これが証拠ってもんだよ、クレイマン。
こんなものはデタラメだ。
She may not be the main character, but this ogre-turned waifu can dish out epic punches like no other. After arriving at the Demon Lord's banquet, Rimuru finally takes his revenge against Clayman for orchestrating the attack on his home of Tempest.
程度の低い真似をするなよ、スライムが。
はったりじゃねえよ、バカ。
After exposing his web of lies and backing him into a corner, Clayman attempts to fight his way out of a rather sticky situation. Rather than fight Clayman himself, Rimuru allows Shion to stand in his stead. Despite not being a Demon Lord herself, Shion easily overpowers Clayman and beats him so badly that you almost feel sorry for him. Well, almost. Number 3, Kamui punches Nobunobu, Gintama.
だがこの一橋信信の味方は手足はどこにだって届く。
For a guy who holds immense political authority, Nobunobu really can't take a punch. Ruthless and arrogant, he has performed plenty of immoral actions in his quest to become shogun. Hence, it is only natural that karma would get back at him in some way.
玉座に朽ちて座る哀れなムクロを片付けてあげようとしただけではないか。
After an assassination attempt on the shogun, Shige ends in failure, the would-be usurper is visited by one of his subordinates, the battle-loving Kamui. In a surprising twist, Kamui ends up knocking his employer's teeth out due to a case of mistaken identity. Even though this moment reveals that Nobunobu is nothing more than a pawn in a much bigger game, there is still some satisfaction watching his smug face get wrecked by Kamui's lethal fist. Number 2, Jotaro punches Steely Dan. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders. Honestly, why would you ever think threatening a guy like Jotaro would work in your favor? After using his stab known as the Lovers to make the Joestar descendant his unwilling slave, Steely Dan has him cater to his whims under threats of killing his grandfather.
なかなかしっかりした橋になったじゃないか。ほれほれほれ、ほれ。
Unfortunately for Dan, Jotaro's allies manage to free Joseph, foil his plan, and leave him defenseless in the face of a very angry Jotaro. Considering all the gloating and murder that this lowlife committed, we were pretty satisfied seeing Star Platinum unleashed and delivering what has to be the beating of a lifetime. There is no coming back from that many auras. Number 1, Luffy punches a celestial dragon, One Piece.
なんだ騒がしいな。ルフィ、
なんだお前、もっとうまく着陸しろよ。
This anime is home to some of the most epic punches you'll ever see, from Whitebeard smashing Akainu's face into a pancake, to Luffy shutting up Bellamy for running his mouth too much. However, none were more satisfying than when the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates socked a celestial dragon so hard it sent him flying through a wall. For those not in the know, the Celestial Dragons are considered untouchable, the most holy of holy, and they get whatever they want. Hitting one is a war crime. Unfortunately for them, Luffy doesn't give a damn. When one of them wounds his friends, he holds nothing back. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.